Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Hagenstedt map. Let's get back to reliving the glory days. So we can change the wheels over and we'll do another pass, we'll bring it back over and we'll test it on there. Because there's a couple of other slightly uneven spots that we'll end up doing some work on later, and we want to make sure that everything works perfectly. So there's definitely a flaw with this machine, and it doesn't bend. Bending down is fine. It will bend down and it will do that absolutely beautifully, but it doesn't bend upwards. Really doesn't like being down in a dip. So I was thinking, maybe this would be a really good one to use for the time-lapse series, actually, because I haven't used this one. I've just been using the basic fast one. But if it's dipping down like that, if a dip causes it to do that, I got quite a lot of uneven grassland on the time-lapse series. That's not going to work. It's really going to struggle with that. We won't be able to do anything with it. So yeah, that's out of the equation. So let's go and change these wheels over and see what we can do with that then. Where did I put my new tool bag? I'm sure I had one here. I was sure I installed one. Maybe I thought about it and didn't actually do it. Right, I thought about it and didn't actually do it, so let's do it now. We're going to go into here. That one, and I think it's under miscellaneous, isn't it? Let's go and have a little look through. Toolbox, right. Definitely didn't put one here, did I? I don't think I did. Nothing out on the end of this. Nope. I mean, if we're going to do it, it would be on this shed right here. That would be an ideal little spot to do this. Let me... I don't know which way round it is, but there's an easy way to see... Ooh, nope, that's not the farm. The farm's down here. Let's go and have a look at the farm, shall we? There we go. Right. Oh, okay. So the fixed point is in front of the jack. That's where we need to be. So go back over this way. Helper I has completed their task. Fixed point is in front of the jack. So if I put the fixed point there like that. There we go. Thank you very much. That's all I need. Now what I can do is I can bring this one round. Like this. We can go there. And then we can run round. And we can change these Michelin wheels to the other ones. Customize. We want to go to the Trelleborg wheels. Customize there. Yes. Slightly bigger. Yes, if we drive it into a dip, it's still going to be an issue, but it's a slightly bigger dip now than it's previously would have been able to cope with, and we can actually test that right here. I don't need to go off anywhere else to do it, because I can just go through the dip there, up against the bank. And there's another one right over there in front of me, so we can also test it on there. So I'll bring you out like that, and I'm going to lower you down. There's our problem. Doesn't like a dip at all, does it? Very reluctant to cooperate if it's got anything resembling a dip. So this one may present some problems to us for now. Okay, I didn't actually want to lift that one up into the air, so we'll have to unlift it in a minute. For now, it'll be fine, but if we do encounter like a continual run of problems with it, then maybe we will do something to change this later on. But right now, I'm not overly concerned. So I'm going to bring you down through there. This is literally going to be 2 passes on the field. Once on the headland and then once on the inner run, and then that's it. Well, not 2 passes, two rounds on the field. I'm going to bring it out a little bit so that we gather up the bit that's out on the lane over there, and then we'll come in around here like this and tidy this bit up. Only seems right that we do that, so we made the mess. And then we'll pick that one up like that. And we will come over and around. Now, I would ordinarily not try and do this straight in front of the row that exists. I would sort of go in by a width of this machine, then do the land work, and then I finish up by doing a final pass around the outside. So you get 2 passes around the edge, and the rest of it is kind of like you get neat and tidy ends of the rows as well. But there isn't enough room to do that on this field, so we'll just do it like this. So I'm going to bring you up to there, and then off we go again. And this field is finished. There's really not a lot to this field. And able to move at 25k as well. I really like that. I think that's an absolutely wonderful little addition. That will go up to that point. Going to need to fold it up before we move into the next field. Now, we can just go and leave the hired help to work on the next field. We'll need to bail up the outside rounds. I'm actually thinking that I might take this one on over and go to the railway field, and we'll manually do that. Before we do, though, let's go and have a look at this one. I don't need to do anything extra for this one in the other field. I can literally just put it going on the corner, and that's it. I don't need to touch it, because these fields up here, they're quite capable of managing them themselves. So I don't have to worry about that. I'll bring you down here. Like that. And I'll start you off, because it does sometimes seem to miss a little bit in the corner, but there you can go and do the rest. And then you over here. Other than that strip that it's missed up the side, so far it seems to be doing a pretty good job. It gets fairly tight up that end as well, which is good. So we're not going to have a lot of work to do once we finish this field to just sort of tidy up the last of it. Then I want to go to this one again. Start up. And we're going to go racing off over to the... This is the wool sale here. So this is the wool... the fabric mill, the wool mill, and then we go over to the grain mill, which is the next bit over, so the railway field between the mills. I'm going to go racing over there, and we're going to do... Thinking I'll manually do that as well, because it's such a small field. There's little point in me setting the hired help going on it, because the hired help isn't going to do a great deal. And we've got just enough. It's like... Okay, I don't really think that there is actually enough here to warrant leaving the ends. So I'll do it like this. I'll drop them down. And I'll run in through like that. And then I'll do the same over on the other side. And that'll be about it. There isn't going to be a great deal more that we need to do. But there we have our Krone Swadro working in the field. Yes, I am absolutely and shamelessly going to use this as a thumbnail, because, you know, nice picture like that. That could be a clickbait picture right there. Let's get. I tell you what. Let's even climb out of the tractor and we'll get an angle on this. Look at that. There we go. We've got a massive, great big. If we could use forced perspective on this as well, make that seem like a huge, great big rake. There we go. Look at that. Look at the size of that rake that we're using here. That's beautiful. Okay. We'll use that. Does that count as clickbait? Like, technically it's in the video. It's not hugely to do with the video, because, you know, I set that up, put forced perspective on there to make the rake look a lot bigger. And it didn't sort of appear like that in the video for the most part, other than when you've seen me deliberately posing it. So is that clickbait or not? I mean, I don't think it is, because I'm using the rake in the video, so technically that's not clickbait at all. It's an accurate depiction of things to come. But I did have someone comment on, it was quite an old video, and I had a video where I'd done a whole load of different tasks. I did lots of different, I did like 10 different things. And I didn't want yet another of my videos called Odd Jobs, so I just titled the video after one of the things that I did in there. And unfortunately, this person's comment couldn't be left for, you know, posterity and for the enjoyment of all mankind, because there were rather a lot of curses in there. If you want your comments to stay, don't swear. It's as simple as that. YouTube filters them out. Not me. I don't go along and carefully pick out anything that's got swear words in it. YouTube filters them out. I just don't approve them. I have the ability to approve a comment that has got curse words in it. I don't, because there are children who read the comments, and I don't want them reading that. It's as simple as that. Yes, you could argue that it is just noises, it's just sounds. Well, if it's just noises and sounds, then use noises and sounds that aren't going to upset some other people. It's as simple as that. Yes? But anyway, I digress. The accusations being leveled were that the title was clickbait, and the thumbnail was definitely clickbait, because I only used the machine that was in the title for less than 3 minutes of a 40-minute video, and therefore it was clickbait. I couldn't communicate. I couldn't, like, reply, because otherwise that would approve the comment and then the whole swearing thing, but I did think to myself in my own head, it's a shame that you did have to go and swear on there, because quite frankly, you're an idiot. And if, you know, you notice the video, I only spent 3 or 4 minutes on each machine that I used in the entire video, so I'm not really sure what I was supposed to call it and what I was supposed to put as the thumbnail. I suppose I could have just put a picture of the farm in maybe the whole map and put odd jobs. But I've used the title Odd Jobs on videos, I don't know how many. I reckon, you know, I've no idea. If I was to search all of my own videos for odd jobs, I'm pretty sure that I would get nearly a dozen responses on the search results. So, yeah, I felt like, you know, this is old news. I've done that before. I need to put something in. And I was accused of putting in clickbait, which surprised me. I've never been accused of putting clickbait in before, because I'm always quite careful to include a screenshot from the stuff that I'm actually doing. I don't know why I'm cycling through machinery to try and find my baler, because the baler's not attached to anything at the moment. That's what this tractor is going to be doing, baling. We need to go and get it. So yeah, I found that rather interesting. The fact that I was accused of clickbait. So I've been thinking about that a little bit lately. What can I put in and what can't I put in to be accused of clickbait or not clickbait? I mean, I actually took a screenshot from the video itself and put that up, and it still got the accusation of clickbait leveled at me. Now, I thought clickbait was just putting a picture to get people to click on the video that had nothing to do with the actual video. But apparently that's not the case. Apparently, if you take something that is in the video, an actual screenshot from the video itself, and use that, apparently that is still classed as clickbait, which leaves me somewhat confused. Either the person in question is an idiot and doesn't know what he's talking about, which, as I already leveled the accusation of idiot when I was describing him in the first place, I may have let slip my own particular views on the matter, or the person has a valid point. I don't think he does. But get into the comment section. Let's have a bit of controversy for once. Get into the comment section and tell me what you think. Did he have a point? Do you agree with him? Do you feel that perhaps that was clickbait because it wasn't for the entirety of the video, and that I should have just given it a generic title that merged in with 300 generic titles that I've already done? Or do you think that perhaps, you know, taking a screenshot of something that I felt was marginally more interesting than some of the other bits, well, marginally, it was probably the most interesting part of the video, which is why I picked that bit, because, you know, I am a YouTuber. I do actually want people to click on my videos. Yes, I try not to let it rule my life, but I still do want the people to click on the videos, because if you don't watch the videos, what's the point of being a YouTuber? My life would have no purpose. If people didn't watch my videos, there would be no purpose. So it's an existential crisis, existential crisis going on here at the same time as me asking, you know, is that clickbait or not? I don't think it is, but maybe you do. So let's have some thoughts and views on this one. because definitely as we start the new game, I'm going to be having some episodes where I'm doing lots and lots of different jobs on a small farm, and I need to know, should I be calling these videos odd jobs? I mean, we could do them numerically. I mean, we could have Odd Jobs Chapter 27, Odd Jobs Chapter 29, and we could move through them like that. But somehow I don't think that's going to be the same either, because they're not necessarily going to follow one behind the other. It could be a month apart. And then what do we do? Everything starts to get so confusing at this point. Yeah. I feel like I'm rambling a little bit. I mean, I do that anyway, because I just talk continuously to fill up the time. And that's another thing, actually. I've had on some videos, I don't tend to get it anymore, because the people that don't like it don't tend to watch my videos. But I've been told I talk too much, and that I shouldn't talk. But then we've just got this. Now, I have watched some live streams. Not all of them, because I'm not really one for watching lots of live streams. But I have, you know, poked my head in the door on a couple of live streams of different random people playing Farming Simulator, and I gotta say, it's surprising how many of them just do this. Actually, quite a lot of them do this. And keep in mind that they don't have the speeded up stuff either, so let's make this more accurate, shall we? I've just turned my cruise control. Oh, that's because I'm not using cruise control. I've got my foot on the accelerator pedal. And now I've run out of baling to do. I can't give my working example of just going, you know what, just pretend that there is a row of straw. And I've seen people doing this in the live stream. Is this what you want? Because if it is, I'm really sorry, but you ain't getting it from me. That would drive me insane. I don't like doing in-cab driving anyway. But just sitting there, not saying anything at all, I talk in my sleep. I'm certainly not going to be able to just sit here and do a long session of gameplay without talking at all. That's not happening. It's literally just not going to happen. That's not an option. I'm not doing it. I flat out refuse. Now, I'm really sorry if that's crushing all of your hopes and dreams. But, yeah, it ain't happening. But I'm curious, do any of you who are watching me rabbit on endlessly actually like watching the ones, the gameplay version where there is literally just no talking and it's done as super realistically as possible? And I mean, I'm not saying there's no talking, but there seems to be very, very little in the way of actual talking. It's literally just someone driving up and down the roads fairly slowly and saying very, very little to the microphone. I mean, I get that there's going to be people that want to see that. I get that there are going to be people who, for them, that is their version of enjoyment. And I'm not trying to knock that or take that away from anybody, but for me personally, I don't find that entertaining in the slightest. I don't even like playing like that, like just driving along really slowly in cab all the time. It drives me spare, which is why even when I'm doing the hardcore stuff, I don't do all that much myself. I don't like doing it all by myself. It just frustrates me. It's not an enjoyable experience for me. I just find it frustrating and annoying to go and do that. What I want to do is I want to get on and, you know, finish the job. I don't want to spend hours and hours doing the same thing. Baling is about the only thing that I can do for long periods of time. The other jobs, like going up, down, doing cultivating, doing that by hand, slowly, from an in-cab view. Yeah, I don't even like doing that in real life. And I used to drive tractors for a living, and cultivating, just driving up down the field all day, it's really dull. I definitely don't want to go along and do it in a game. It's even more dull. And you know, I play the game to relax, enjoy, and that for me is not relaxing and enjoying. I do understand, I absolutely understand that there are plenty of people out there who find the concept of doing just that, just driving up and down slowly, relaxing and enjoying, and that's fantastic. But watching it's the watching someone else do it, that's the bit that I don't get. I understand that, you know, doing it yourself is therapeutic. It's relaxing, you know, you just kind of chill out and don't do very much, and off you go. I really get that. I can understand that kind of relaxation approach. It makes a lot of sense. But the whole idea of just sitting there watching someone else drive up and down really, really painfully slowly like that, and not being the one to do it yourself, that I don't get. I understand that there are people who like it. I just don't get why they like it. What is it about it that is relaxing and, you know, therapeutic? There's no inputs. It's, yeah, that like the person that you're watching is barely got any input at all. So there's no kind of interaction with the audience about it. So there doesn't seem to be... I'm struggling to see where there's a net positive in it for the people watching. And there must be some kind of net positive. There must be something about it that people like, or nobody would watch the streams that are done like that. So maybe someone is able to explain this to me in the comment section and enlighten me. Maybe you can help me understand the deeper mysteries of the human condition a little bit, because humans have always been a bit of a mystery to me. I try to study you as an outsider, but I'm still struggling to get my head around some of the basic concepts of what it's like to be human. So maybe this is one of these mysteries. If I can understand this, I might be able to understand humanity just a little bit more. So explain what you can in the comment section, and I will read them and possibly even reply to them if I can find the time. Let's whiz in around here, and we will put you back in the shed. Right. Bring that one in there. So there's nothing else I need to do with that one. You are finished. This one over here, now I'm curious what this one's going to do. I reckon he's probably going to turn around before we go all the way up to the corner, so that'll be another little bit that we've got to tidy up afterwards. That's no hardship, though. That's easy to do. How are we doing with the prices? 984. Not even close. Right, fine. We're going to go over here. We're going to leave that one right there. We're going to go and get the flatbed trailer, which is... Is it up? Oh, no, it's down the end. I've got it loaded with straw. We're going to go right across our field right here. He is going all the way up to the corner. So is he going to reverse all the way down, or is he going to stop at the corner and say, job done? What's he going to do now? Hired help has come along in leaps and bounds. It really has. Because at the beginning of 19, it wouldn't have done that. It would have just stopped. FS17, FS15, it would have just stopped up here. It would not have reversed all the way back down there. Definitely we've had a lot of improvements there. I'm slightly off center here. Okay, so we're going to take these bales here. Then I will go back and I will run round and gather up all of the hay that is around the big field. Just the bales of hay that are around the big field for now. We'll gather those up, and then we will... Just so that they're out of the way. Then the rake can start work on... the land work on the big field there, and we'll do that with the hired help. We'll see how the hired help copes with it. I wasn't actually expecting to be using this road for anything. But it turns out we are going to be using this road for something. And it seems like we'll probably be using this road fairly regularly for something. Which is even more surprising to me. I've only got 2 bales that are in the way, but they are in the way, so we're going to need to move them. So this one right here, I'm going to go and take this lot of straw, put it next to those bales over there, and then the last bit of straw that we've got, I'm not going to put it next to the bales, I'm going to put it into our mixed feeder over there. So we've got plenty of straw here, and we'll also have plenty of straw going into the mixed feeder. So I want to bring this one out 1 line away. That's going to be about there. So we want to line it up, make sure it's fairly straight, because I'm going to want to be able to come back over it again. Possibly I want to get a bit closer to the... Yeah, I do. I am going to want to get just a little bit closer, I think, because I don't think the bales are going to reach quite that far. So we'll move it over a bit. That's better. We'll go like that. Bring it to there. Should have loaded the bales onto the trailer again before I did this. I have a feeling this might backfire. Let's try it. It did backfire. We got 3 bales missing out of there. That wasn't quite part of the master plan. Okay, fine. So now we go to unload mode and we swing that out over here. See, I'm not loaded up straight either. I'm going to push those right into the bales there. That's where I'm going to put them. And it's going to force them to move out round a little bit. And I got 3 bales left on here. I'm actually going to drive away with those 3 bales on this trailer. And I'll pick them up again in a minute. You press Y, and then you press B. And I'm going to stop loading, press Y. Move them out like that, and then dump them, and then do that. And now I can drive away again. I can go over to the field over here, and I can pick up the hay. We'll go and get the bit of straw that's down the bottom in a little while, but I want to get this hay first so that I can get the rake going in here. And then once we've got the rake going, so let me start that one. There is a bale of hay. The hay, I'm not going to keep it anywhere. I'm not going to bother storing it anywhere. We'll just bring it over and we will dump it straight into the mixed feeder. Don't need to store it up anywhere else. Just needs to go into the mixed feeder. So I'll bring you round like that. And then I'm going to take you off over to... You know what, we might as well just take this one straight over to the other field. Right over here. Past that rake, which we will be using. We have the possibility of adding... Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.